Welcome to another episode of Security Minutes. I have Craig and Claudia with me. How are you today?
Doing good, thank you.
Great.
I want to talk partnership. Craig, I'm going to start with you. During your time at INTERPOL, how important was it to, the collaboration between organizations when tackling global cybercrime?
So it's key for law enforcement when you're tackling crime. Working in partnership and collaboration is key. But in cyber, it's so important because law enforcement don't hold the data and information. We have a thing called rules of processing data. I'll fall asleep now, but this document's about this thing.
Right.
And this is about how the private sector can work directly with INTERPOL and share data, much like law enforcement from a national level can. And that gives us and governs us and gives us those rules of safety effectively. But again, being able to draw that information and data in from companies such as Group IB, Cisco, Palo Alto, Fortinet, that's that rich picture. And then we pick through that and help design out our operations which prevent, detect, investigate and disrupt cybercrime.
And we see that a lot, here in Australia. We see, organizations that compete with each other, sharing information around threats, because this is a problem that we all need to manage, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you've got the JPC3 down in Sydney, where you've got the banks, AFP and the state police working together. We've got similar things in the UK. So you can have these global and regional, but it's also really important to have it at that national and local level as well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Claudia, I want to shift gears a little bit because I want to talk about the combination of global threat intelligence and security operations and why that's becoming an essential part of a modern cyber defense.
We're still trying to migrate from the shift to reactive cyber operations to now proactive and reactive. And the only way to do that really is by including the intelligence piece into it. So incident response now has to evolve to really reflect the ecosystem level of cybercrime that we're seeing with these increased supply chain attacks. And the only way to do that really is with the enrichment of intelligence. So the current trends have really transformed the cybercrime into an industrialized operation. Organizations need to understand how the access is gained into a network, how the data is being weaponized, as well as how the attacks are being propagated across these infrastructures. And Intel will give you that insight, essentially.
We're seeing this ability now to take that global threat intelligence, what we learn globally, and then we learn, from a country perspective, from a state perspective, all the way down to an organizational perspective, and apply that. And I think that's something that we do well with Group IB, with Security HQ, being able to collectively offer that service to our customers.
Definitely. It's all about enrichment of the indicators that we're seeing across the globe. So, and as well as with the partnership, our global threat intelligence teams were able to identify campaigns that target not just one country, but multiple countries. And that essentially will help all of our investigations across the globe. Group IB is really good at addressing this through predictive intelligence and a fusion with cyber fraud. So we correlate initial access activity, data leaks, behavioral anomalies with these fraud indicators that we're getting as well. So you're getting a real full picture of what's happening across the globe, and then we can drill down into the country level and then to the business level as well, which is where organizations in collaboration with partners can understand what they are really needing to focus on.
Just coming on that point, having worked with Group IB, INTERPOL, 196 countries. So we then fed that down into regions. So we set up our Africa Joint Operations Against Cyber. So we had 42 countries coming together and we provided data sets into them, but actually we went further than that. We broke that region down and we put seconded officials in there and we helped train them. But rather than just train them, we gave them operations to do, because it's not just always about those network indicators. It's also about having the people there that can come to different forums, have those discussions and really understand what those problems and challenges are in each country.
We talk about partnership. What that's really allowing us to do is help our customers and their security teams detect threats earlier. And I think that's what this is really all about, being able to provide that, use the word proactivity, being able to provide that proactive intelligence that's specific to an organization. Because there's a lot of noise in this space, isn't there?
Definitely.
And so reducing that noise is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's too much going on for an organization to be monitoring everything at once, which is why we are here to help understand what is important to an organization and allow them to focus on what is important for them.
I think I hear this from CISOs. Sometimes we're just drowning in information. We're just getting so much It's almost like, how do you distill that down
to something.
effectively? Yeah.
How do you make it usable?
Yeah.
It's that pinpoint accuracy. It's really being able to say, here's where you focus, here's where the threats are, this is what we're seeing. Thank you very much. This has been incredibly insightful. If you'd like to learn how you can apply threat and adversary intelligence to your organization, please reach out to your Data 3 account manager. Thank you very much.